food drive, last points have been updated. For the food drive, freshmen won by a landslide, like by a lot. So, good job, freshmen. Pulling through. Okay, so they donated about 3 events, so that was 30 points. And second place was seniors, which had half that amount, which is still pretty good. So, yeah, good job, freshmen. Carol Sing competition. Freshmen and sophomores tied because they had the best quality one, actual caroling, but there was much creative interpretation of the competition, which was highly valued, and it was really good, especially the 8th graders. They were super cute. They did some dumb stuff thing. Okay.
Good morning. We have, starting tomorrow, 2 review days, which means that we'll follow a regular schedule with slightly shorter classes, and at the end of each day we will tack on the class that would normally be dropped on the B or the C day from the day before, so that you can have time with all of your teachers. We've posted for you on york.org. It's also on the Facebook page and in Haiku study tips for finals, and I'd like to go over 5 important tips that we hope you all think about, but in particular for those students who are taking exams at York for the first time. So, number 1, we'd like you to keep a regular schedule. It's important to stick with the rhythm that you've been using so far this semester for success. And number 2 is, in part of that schedule, would be making sure you get adequate sleep. It's important that you get your 8 or more hours during exams. And if you decide that you're going to be staying up late one night to prepare for one exam, you'll find that it's going to catch up with you on day 2 or 3, and that won't help you with your other exams. So keep a regular schedule and make sure you get proper sleep. It's also important that you think about that you're eating nutritious food, that you're eating good things for your brain and your body, and that you're staying hydrated, mostly with water, particularly right now while the air is cold and the weather is dry. You want to be staying hydrated. And when it comes to putting things in your system, we do not recommend that you ingest any stimulants. So there are some things out there that may give you wings, but we are not recommending that you're looking at Monster Energy drink or Rockstar or Red Bull or lots and lots of coffee or somebody else's pills if you think that those are going to help you. And I'm very serious about that. If you think that those are going to help you with your exams, we do not recommend that. And ultimately, you might be feeling a little bit anxious, you might be feeling a little stressed out, and we want to make sure you check in with the teacher, you check in with the class dean, you talk with Sherry, B, somebody on campus that cares about your success, and let us know what you need and how we can help you. Okay? Good luck. Thanks very much.
So in addition to sleep, there's a lot of wonderful energy in the room. And I'm going to ask you to do one thing, and that is to just take a breath. Well, there are a lot of stuffy noses out there. Okay. That's a great breath. That's one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself before you start into the exam, when you're sitting in the room and you've got it on your table in front of you and your desk. You just take a moment to breathe a few times, breathing in and breathing out. So I heard the rustle of laughter when Mr. Raymond said, get your 8 hours. You actually should be getting 9 hours. The fact is that if you can get 7, you're not harming yourself. You really should be getting 9 for your brain development. But if you can get somewhere in there, that would be fabulous. Great. Okay, so breathing and sleeping, and in fact, I don't know how many of you saw Stephen Colbert the other night, or any of the real news reports, but you know those energy are horrible for your heart. And as Stephen Colbert said, they're giving you wings, angel wings. You guys are a tough crowd. Okay, so do listen to what Mr. Raymond said about not doing this. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to say is thank you to the 10 of you who have responded to the survey about the forums I know it was so long ago, last Tuesday. I really could use your input as to what you thought worked and what didn't work. There have been many wonderful, all 10 of those responses were really, really good and helpful as far as what not to do and what to do in the future. Many of you are requesting that weren't able to come to that we didn't let you come to the junior and senior forum. You're saying we should have that too, please. I'll see what I can do. And for those of you who would like them, Rachel mentioned that she would have a list of resources that were useful to you about relationships, sexuality, and all of that kind of thing. Those things are posted now on Haiku under my page, and she's got lots of great resources there. And then we also want to say,
yes, we want to say that we are delighted with the number of people who have brought in their checks for the Ashland trip. But if you are planning to go and you have not yet brought in your check for $100 made out to York School and given it to either Miss Sherry or myself, would you please do that before Christmas break so that I can get everything organized and we can give you a total when you come back. So we'd like to have a nice group, so bring your money in and we'll see you in Ashland.
good place.
I have some certificates of merit from the Prudential Spirit of Community Awards for students who have demonstrated outstanding commitment to serving our community. And you can get these from me after break. Andrea Alexander, Eric Shizui, Montana Sprague, Grace Q, Reno Navales, Austin Eaton, and Johnny Lim gets a certificate of achievement because he is going on to the next level. He volunteered at the aquarium and with music, and he's been raising funds for public schools that don't have music programs. So those, and then the last thing, I just got a request for volunteers at the California Welcome Center. It's like a visitor center for all of California, located in Salinas. If you know the area well and like to tell people about this great place we live, they're looking for volunteers. And if you need to get an idea for anything to do during the winter break, come and talk to me and I'll help you get something set up before we leave for break.
The AMC Math Contest is a problem-solving math contest that happens the first week in February, but if people want sample questions to look at over the Christmas break, please come see me sometime before then.
Well, I've announced lots of vocal music students who have made it into honor ensembles, and now I'm going to announce some instrumental music students. And I would ask that you would meet Mr. Holzclaw out here after break so we can take your picture. Going to the CCS High School Honor Band, Kevin Zamzow Pollock, Dominic Von Ness, and John Yeager. Going to the CCS High School Honors Orchestra, Jonathan Vu. Going to the CCS Middle School Orchestra, Megan Tang. And going to the CODA Honor Orchestra, which is it's a statewide organization. It doesn't have the name All State, but it represents the whole state. Daniel Auerbach. So congratulations to those folks. As you leave this room, please go out there and get your picture taken. Those people. Thank you.
Prior to Thanksgiving break, the Mission Trail Athletic League Volleyball All-League players were chosen, and I am pleased to present this award to Sarah Page.
So, movie club. Club is having our final movie of the year this Friday at 4:45 in the theater. We're going to be watching Elf, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies. If you haven't seen it, it's really funny. It's really sweet. It's good-hearted. It'll take the stress out of your life for at least an hour. So this Friday, 4:30 to 4:45 in the theater. Like, you can bring blankets and stuff, and we might have drinks, maybe. So, yeah.
So soccer had 2 games last week. The first game was against Marina on Wednesday, and we won 6-0. Lammy scored 1 goal, Audrey scored 2 goals, and Laura scored 3 goals.
And then on Friday, girls soccer JV and varsity had a game against Seaside. So JV girls won 2-0, and Soraya and Emily scored a goal.
And the varsity won 1-0, and Clara Galloway scored the goal. And tomorrow there is a JV game versus RLS, and it's here at 3:30. So come support it if you can.
And then Key Club, we have a meeting tomorrow, just real quick, just to say something, and then IOUs.
Yeah. If you don't know, if you owe something, talk to Belle. She can tell you. Thank you.
Alright, your guys had soccer games 2 last week.
And we won.
We won against St. Francis. We also played Seaside.
And we lost. But we won against St. Francis, and that's what's important.
Yeah, we had goals by Ryan Ishta, Josh Reed, and Wyatt Stade. And I have to say, if you see Ryan Ishta, tell him to keep his feet on the ground because he had a wicked bicycle kick that probably put his life in jeopardy. So yeah, keep coming out to games. We really appreciate your support. Thanks again.
Today at lunch, 11:40 in the theater, the acting class is going to be presenting their pieces based on the acting practitioners Antonin Artaud and Augusto Boal.
Remember, you can't bring your lunch in the theater, so eat it before you come.
And come support us. Yeah.
Okay, so girls lacrosse tomorrow, we're having like a meeting thing on the lower fields, and the idea is that the coach will be there, and also for new players or returning players, we're going to be giving out sticks. So if you want to like practice over winter break, you can take a stick and a couple of crossballs, and maybe get together with some friends and throw.
And even if you've never played before, I didn't play at all before last year, and I totally fell in love, and I really, really love lacrosse now. And so I think you should just at least give it a try. So you can come check it out and, yeah, check it out.
Also, boys lacrosse, pretty much the same deal. Today, though, at lunch, room 4, we're meeting. If you have ever thought about playing lacrosse, if you have ever played lacrosse, if you have ever thought about not playing lacrosse because you make poor decisions,
you should play lacrosse.
Yeah.
Under room 4, we're going to have pizza.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's enough of a reason in itself. So just show up, we'll just talk about lacrosse stuff and answer any questions, meet coaches, all kinds of nice things.
Yeah, especially freshmen because we're always trying to grow our base and have enough for a JV, which means everyone has more playing time, which makes everyone happy. So let's do it.
YOLO. Well, Yola. Yolanda. Typhoon Yolanda. In the Philippines, currently there are 6,000 people out there who can no longer say such a thing. They were killed in the typhoon, and they're believed to be 10,000 in total dead. To put that into perspective, that's about 40 people per person in this room right now dead. It is unofficially the 4th strongest typhoon ever recorded. And currently, there are 11 million people homeless. We're setting up the Philippine Fund. It's a box that will be up in the front office for donations. for the people in the Philippines who really need this right now. The reality is, in the morning when you're digging Cheerios out of your bowl of cereal, they're digging bodies out of the buildings that have been destroyed and decimated out there. We're trying to raise $1,000 to send to the Red Cross for them to help by the end of January. That's a month. And the sooner the better, because these people really need it now. We're going to have paper clips and pieces of paper next to this box so you can put your name with your donations. And every dollar that a person donates, we're going to make a raffle ticket. And at the end of January, we're going to have a big raffle, and 2 names are going to be picked. And those 2 names get to pick haircuts. For me and Steve. So please donate. Not only is this for some ridiculous haircuts for us, but this is for people who really need it. People who are starving and freezing day in and day out. Thank you.
If we want to write the check,
you would make it out to the Red Cross. We're going to be giving it to the American Red Cross. So please donate.
Okay, girls tennis, half of you still haven't turned in your uniform to me. You guys need to do that before finals starts, so which would be Wednesday. So it's just the tank and the skirt.
Also, spring sports. As lacrosse said, if you are interested in the spring sport, that includes swimming, lacrosse, swimming, track, swimming, boys tennis, swimming, softball, swimming. You should go onto the York.org. Oh, golf, swimming. You should go onto York.org, find the sports sign up. It's posted there. Mr. Peters posted it there, and just let us know what sport you're interested in, because that's pretty important. Great. Thank you.
Okay. Before you go to class, the French class wants to sing a little carol.